Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever you are joining us from. I am Boboy Adeniji Oluwafemi. I work with Pest Consulting, and today we are having another edition of our SME Roundtable. And just before we go into the details of what our SME Roundtable is all about, we would love to first of all introduce what this show is all about and also talk briefly about some of the things that we have as programs that we are currently working on that can be of benefit to um, you there out there as a business owner. We are Pest Consulting, a management consulting firm that provides services that aids organizations to achieve their growth and expansion targets. We are committed to strengthening the internal processes, capacities of organization to create and also capture value, not only in the short time, but also in the long time. The ultimate goal for us is that we have more businesses that are creating value, improving the economy, and also providing the opportunity for young people that are skilled and have the will to work and are willing to work, have the opportunity to have a place where they could utilize their skills and their talent. So we've been running this show for a while now, but we are not doing it alone. We've been doing it in partnership with some notable individuals and organizations. And I must say that we've been working with Fat Corner, which is a UK-based organization. The last few years that we started this show, and they've been a wonderful partner. We have some other partners too who have been supporting us in one way or the other to ensure that this show continue to run. For wherever you are joining us, also, I would like to bring to your notice and say thank you to all those that applied for our Bakare Accelerator program, which we are currently working on. The Amplify Accelerator program will start very soon, and our induction is slated for a later date this month. I'm so sure that the review committee will be reaching out to successful applicants who have been able to show to them that they are worthy of a place at the program. Now, we also like to use this opportunity to thank all the partners for the Amplify Accelerator program. Chief among them is American Corner under the U.S. Consulate, the Carrington Youth Fellowship Initiative, Youth Inspired Initiative, G1 to 6 Continental Travels, Malta Guinness, and several others that have been able to show their solidarity with us to say that okay, we want to be part of what we're doing and they want to ensure that we're able to reach more people. Thank you so much. We are so grateful, and we look forward to more partners coming on board so that we can reach more. So I believe that we are in a situation whereby we need everybody to come together and see how we can provide solutions to the multifaceted problem confronting the SME space in our country and by extension the entire Africa. So today I we're supposed to have a guest who's supposed to be our guest for today. Unfortunately, is unable to make it, and this show must continue. So prior to now, we've been planning to have a session with you to ensure that we share some of other things with you. So today we'll be discussing briefly on what we feel that would also be as important for business owner to also understand. It's called vision clarity and strategy for business growth. Vision clarity and strategy for business growth. So majorly we'll be looking at this, and I'll be showing some slides, and then we'll be looking at some of what vision is, what vision clarity stands for, and how does this correlate with a strategy for business growth. So thank you. Okay. So this is how it will be. Okay. So the next thing we want to start and say that by saying this that leadership is the capacity to translate vision into reality. Uh, every organization, everyone, we must understand that one of the major compass to measure how you are running your business or your venture is your ability to translate the vision that you have into reality. So what that means is that every business is supposed to have a vision. So there must be something that your business is trying to that you see as a vision for it to achieve. Like you are trying to solve a problem, you must have a mental picture of where you want your business to be. All right. So majorly that is what vision is. So our vision is not just a picture of what could be, it is an appeal to our better selves, a call to become something more. It's more, it's not just what could be, it's like a call, it's something that is intrinsic, but we try to through our daily routine, daily action steps, we are trying to make it a reality. So in a simple definition, we can say vision is a vivid mental image of what you want your business to be at some point in the future based on your goals and aspirations. So maybe you want to have a unicorn of a business, you want your business to have 20 branches, you envision a place whereby the number of staff that you have is about 1,000. You all of these things could be they are valid as a vision. Your vision is maybe to create a business that allows maybe a certain class of people who have access to decent jobs, which is very, very important. So all of these things are very, very essential for us to understand as business owners. That vision has to be clear. So when we talk about the vision statement, the vision statement captures in writing the essence of where you want to take your business and can inspire you and your staff to reach your goals. So when we talk about vision, the next thing is to talk about the vision statement. Oftentimes you see organizations saying these are our vision statement. The essence is that it's when you write them down and it receives it kind of gets that power to become or it receives that mandate, will I say mandate or the it's the power to to become a reality. Mission statement and vision statement are a little bit different. I would just quickly like to clarify that. Mission statement is what you are there to do. What you want to do. Why your vision is more of where you want to get to, right? Your mission statement speaks to how you want to solve that particular, how you want to get to that destination. Why the vision statement is more like the end goal for you. And as business owners, it's very important for us to have that end goal. It kind of creates, it helps you to also lead properly as a leader, and also creates the framework for you to check whether you are doing something right or not, whether your organization is moving along the direction that you want it to or not. But if there's no vision clarity, everything is permissible. Like you could do anything and get away with it because there's lack of clarity. So these are things that we must try to avoid as business owners. We must ensure that we have a clear vision of what we want to achieve, and then we must that turn that vision that we have into a statement, so that because it has the capacity to not just inspire only you, but also your staff. Oftentimes, you see people coming to work with you because of the vision of the organization, because it aligns with what they are actually looking to achieve, or it inspires them. But something that is big enough to say, okay, I want to be part of this. I think this is a noble vision. So, what are the characteristics of vision? So, research on visionary leadership suggests that visions have five characteristics. It provides a picture, it creates a change, it determines and shapes your values, it serves as a map, and oftentimes it's a challenge. It creates the challenge. It's like the ways through which you motivate yourself and say, this is what you want to do. So these are the things. So a good vision will show you a picture of where you want to go. You have an understanding of the kind of change you are trying to create. It also helps you to cultivate the kind of values that you are actually looking out for. Also, it's a map. Like it's kind of like I say, serve as a compass to say this is where we are, where we want to go, what we need to do, and it kind of challenges you to say, okay, yeah, because if your vision is not challenging you enough to say, okay, then you might need to revisit that vision. So a business vision must contain its core values, its core purpose, and the visionary goals that you're trying to achieve. So what do we mean by vision clarity? So good businesses that create a vision, articulate the vision, personally own the vision, and immediately drive it to completion. The most important aspect of vision setting or development is that of clarity. If the vision is not articulate, it's not clear, it's difficult for people to passionately own the vision and relentlessly drive it. So, what are the things that the vision must have before we see that vision as what we call vision clarity? Number one, the vision must be clear and written in well articulated words. So, if you have a vision, then it's not missing your head. So often when you speak with business owners and you ask them what are they trying to achieve, what you hear from them is that I have it in my head. They will be seeing a lot of stuff that even the people that are working with them are not aware of. So oftentimes it's very essential to write them out as much as possible. A vision must drive the organization to a common goal. That means that vision must be like something that's like a unifying factor that drives everybody to say, okay, I want to be this, I want to be that. You create a vision that that people want to be part of, that is like a common goal for everybody to achieve. And that also helps your recruitment process as well. A vision must be capable of attract and retain people to organization, exactly like I said earlier on. So this vision must be, so when people see your vision, they must just say, oh, this vision aligns with what I want, and I want to join this organization and work with them. And then retainer, if you want to retain staff too and talent, the vision has to be what they look up to on daily basis and say, okay, the vision that this organization has set out and that we are daily pursuing is in alignment with what I want to do. And they believe by helping the organization to achieve this vision, they are also achieving their personal visions and goals. That way, you have the capacity to retain more people at your organization. So, vision clarity is very, very essential. Oftentimes, you have people come into your organization, work there, who may not be in alignment with your organization's vision. But this vision clarity helps you to quickly identify, and they are able to know, okay, before you take the relationship further, you're able to see whether it's something you want to continue or not, or something you need to review and make adjustments where necessary. The vision must guide the organization decision maker. So whatever decision the organization wants to make, the vision must be what is the guiding factor. Like, okay, we said we want to be a customer-centric organization that is this and that. So oftentimes when you are caught in a situation where to make decisions that affect your customers, the customer-centric nature of the vision of the organization will always strong. We always win because that is what the vision of the organization is. So it kind of guides the way you make your decisions as an organization, the kind of people to hire, what to take, what do not to take. So all of these things are fundamental and they are only possible to make, so they're only possible to decide on if the vision is clear. So a vision must also establish a standard of excellence because you know where you are going to, you understand what will be required for you to achieve that. So what this vision does to you is to say, okay, we say we want to be number one in our field, and to be number one in our field does not mean that nobody will come and say, here is a prize, have it, because we like your face, we like the name of your organization, so you are now number one. So we patronize you for that. No, that means you are raising the bar in terms of excellence delivery, in terms of customer management, in terms of product design, in terms of the ways and manner that you manage resources, your accounting, your internal processes, your safety measure, your policies. All of these things you have to establish a standard of excellence that permeates the entire fiber or fabric of the organization. And people are able to see that because it comes from it now inside out. So the product that people, so the customer care relates to people because they understand excellence and they're able to see that it is required for them to achieve their goal. So it kind of establishes that standard because we know where we are going to. So now we've been able to talk more about what vision is and how to identify what vision clarity, the benefit, and all of the stuff that it can give to us. So now we want to relate vision to strategy now. So what is strategy? Is a strategy is a plan or a method aimed at achieving a goal. So when we talk about strategy, strategy itself is a plan. It's like a plan, okay? So tactics is the means used to put a strategy into action and achieve a set of objectives. A wise strategy management process is a sequence of analysis and choices that helps a firm ensure it's on the right track. So what are we seeing in essence is that if you want to plan to achieve anything, what you want to achieve has to be clear in the first place. That means vision has to be clear. You must know where you are going to. Take, for example, somebody just walk up to say, I want to travel. And then you're asking the person, where do you want to travel to? And the person says, I don't know. I just want to travel. What is the reason you want to travel? I don't know. What are you aiming to achieve with this traveling? I don't know. I just want to travel. So it's difficult for anyone to actually help this person to plan. So strategy is useless without vision. So vision is the first thing. The strategy is what you use to achieve, is the means to the end. So the vision is like the end itself, while strategy is the path towards it. So if you look at the chart on my on this other side of the slide, you see mission and objective there put together, which is called your vision. So it's what leads to your, you do what you call the internal analysis and external analysis of what do we have to achieve it, what are the external factors that we need to achieve it, then it forms your strategic choice. And then when you have that, make that strategic choice, you make strategy implementation, and that's what gives you competitive advantage in the market space. So everything kind of starts from your vision. So strategy is not possible without your vision being clear. So what is now the relationship between vision and strategy? Vision is a destination, like I said, a fixed point to which we focus all efforts. Strategy is a route, an adaptable path to get us where we want to go. So it's more or less like that. So vision is the destination, while strategy is the path to it. So when you move from vision, you get strategy, then you execute that strategy, and you get success, and that success leads to the actualization of your vision. So that's just the cycle of vision and strategy. So you can't really have a successful strategy without a very clear, smart vision that you have set for yourself and your organization. So what are the strategy building blocks? So number one, we say you have to look outside to identify threats and opportunities. Look inside at resources, capabilities, and practices. Very essential. Your organizational capabilities, your resources, and practices that you have. The practice is speaking about your culture, how you the standard that you set for yourself as an organization. All of this is very essential. You have to consider strategy for addressing threats and opportunities. You have to build a good fit among strategy and supporting activities. You also have to create an alignment because all of them are, you have in an organization, you have marketing strategy, you have operational strategy, you have all of those strategies. You have to find a way to align them so that they fit into each other. And then you have to be prepared for change. So one of the things that we must understand is that for strategy is, like I said, it's something that you have to respond to. That is why there is a tactical aspect of strategy, a little bit different from the, which is a little bit different from the the overall strategy plan. Okay, then we move on. So majorly that's just what strategy building blocks are. If we are able to look at all of these things one after the other, for example, um, you must identify your threats, the opportunities that you have within, and resources. Because take for example, you want to you want to open into a new market. The first question you need to ask is if you have the resources to that will be required because it's going to cost more money to do so. The capabilities also look at your do you have what it takes to as an organization, the technology, the people, the ability to the technical know-how to get things done. And then the practice is that okay, I'm opening a new branch, but maybe I'm the owner of the company and I won't be there. am I sure that I've established a culture of ownership to ensure an accountability so that by sending people to a new branch, they can take leadership, ownership, and then be accountable. So all of these things are practices that you have to be aware that are they existing in your organization before you make such decisions. So you need to ask questions. And if you have that as part of the plan, then now you begin to look at people of such with such characteristics while you are trying to recruit, which is very, very essential. So you have to also consider the strategy for addressing threat and opportunities. Of course, there are always challenges to what you have to do. Like I said, you have to plan ahead and see what then do we need to do to see these are ways through which we can improve our or edge our risk against this particular threats. And when this opportunity comes, we are better positioned to announce or maximize them. So there you need to be the good fit of it's not all strategy that works for you. So you need to sit down with a consultant, and that's one of the things that we do at Price Consulting. To sit down with you and look at the strategy supporting activities that you need to do. For example, maybe your client your office run from say 8 to 4 or 5 o'clock, and you observe that clients don't come until maybe around 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 because of your location. So if you want to change the story, you might say, do we need to change our location to places that fit our current time schedule, or do we adjust our time schedule to fit the buying pattern of our client and the availability time that they're able to buy to do the purchase to fit the that of the client. So those are some of the things that you now begin to look at and say, okay, this can be it. So we now begin to look at a more flexible work time for our staff and say, okay, you don't come into office until maybe around 11 or 12 in the afternoon, and then you close by say 7 o'clock in the evening. And that way you are able to get more sales. So it all depends on what you want to say, introduce shifting into your work schedule. So all of these things are strategies that you can use to say, okay, so it's speaking about fit. So your realities will determine which strategy is best fit for you. So, but you need experts also sit with you, ask questions, do a thorough analysis of your data, of the pattern of all of the things that are happening around your business, in and around your business, to determine this, and then you have to create an alignment. Like I said, every department will have its own strategy. You can't have one strategy for the entire organization. There are strategy for each department that makes up the organization, and then everybody must now find an alignment between this. Otherwise, you have people working together, not really working together. So they'll be in the same office, and of course, everybody's trying to achieve something, which may be at the detriment of the other. So you have to find an alignment so that everybody sees what you are doing as part of the solution of all. So that means what your success is adding to the success of everybody, and then that's when we see how we are. We help ourselves, and you must be prepared for change. So thank you so much. If you have any question for us, please feel free to slide into the comment section, drop your questions there. We'll be available to take your questions, and we'll get feedback from us. This program is live on LinkedIn and also on YouTube and on Facebook. So if you have any question, you could just easily ask us, and then we'll be able to attend to them at a later time. And thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time speaking with you all. On the same time next week, keep striving to become better, because we are not going to stop until we see you become better. Bye bye.